That down. Let's move on to this, shall we? Speaking of things that I am absolutely freaking excited about, it's Andor season 2.
Mm-hmm.
With all the disappointment that we've gotten from Star Wars television on Disney Plus, one of the very rare exceptions to that was Andor. I still contend season 1 of Andor is the single best thing called Star Wars that's ever been made since Return of the Jedi. I mean, obviously, the original trilogy will always be the king. But after that, out of everything Star Wars has been made, nothing comes close to how good Andor is. And I cannot wait for season 2. Well, anyway, they've been releasing images of season 2. And the good folks over at Star Wars Newsnet have dropped a couple of them here. Here we see, of course, that iconic kind of style, the lines, Mon Mothma, who was so good in season 1. There's also been more released. Here we got a little bit of a picture of Andor himself. This is kind of a behind the scenes kind of look. More conversations going on. This is Bix and Andor. I love Bix. I plan all the stuff that happened to her in the season 1. It's going to be interesting to see how they rebound. But there were other pictures too that had been released that I've not seen before. Luthen and Mon Mothma.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've seen that picture before with stormtroopers in the background. I think that's pretty cool. Of course, we've had this Deidre picture has been floating around for a while. I loved her character in season 1, so it's going to be great to see her back. But a couple of these other ones I've not seen before. But again, my favorite character is Luthen, like by far. And that little monologue he gave in season 1,
Yeah.
I burned my life for a sunrise I know I'll never see. And I might not have a word for word right, but that single monologue is one of the best moments on television that year. I just thought that monologue should have won him an Emmy, to be honest with you. And of course, Andor season 1 did get nominated for a lot of Emmys. So here's the question though. With Andor season 1 being as good as it was, how hard is it going to be for them in season 2 to match that or exceed it? Because one of the problems with coming out so strong, go back to that great TV series Heroes, right? Season 1, I still think is my favorite single season of television ever. Season 1 of Heroes. It's not my favorite show ever, but favorite single season. It only went downhill after that.
Yeah.
And now granted, there was the writer's strikes at that time, and there's a lot of other extenuating circumstances. I understand that. But with Andor season 1 being so good, by the way, a Star Wars TV show got nominated for Best Drama Series at the Emmys. How crazy is that? Can they match that? Will some of the reveals disappoint people? Can the tension ramp it up? I mean, I don't know. I certainly hope they can do it because, again, it's my favorite thing with the Star Wars label on it since the original trilogy. So here's hoping they can carry it over the finish line.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting that this is different timelines. So we're going to get these time jumps. And I think that's going to ramp up the tension, ramp up the action because of that. Because we're getting closer and closer to the culmination of then Rogue One.
Well, remember, this season is going to be broken into, I think it's 3 separate.
3, yeah.
It's either 3 or 4, but I think it's 3. Where 3 episodes are going to be 1 year.
Yeah.
And then they're going to jump forward to another set of 3 episodes. It's going to be another year or something like that. So they're kind of breaking it up into different time frames.
I think it will be interesting to see that progression of the Empire and the rebellion building. Yeah.
And then it's supposed to end right where Rogue One begins.
Right.
Was there anything from the first season that you thought was missing? Like any aspect, any tone things? Or did you consider it like a perfect
You know what?
season?
If I could have added, it's a good question. If I could have added one thing, I think to make it even better than it was, a little bit more space combat. I mean, look, there's that one scene where Luthen and his ship is taking on that Imperial capital class ship.
Yep.
And that was great. I think and I don't think they should have had a spaceship fight every 2 episodes.
Yeah, but just to keep...
but maybe 1 or 2 more set pieces in space. I think I could have taken that. I think kind of would have been nice, but
to just remind people that this is Star Wars.
Yeah, it's indeed Star Wars.
Because
right?
it does get deep into the drama where sometimes you may forget. You may get lost.
But overall, still, I thought the season was fantastic. And let's see where they go with season 2. We want to take a second to thank a sponsor of this video, BetterHelp. Hey guys, it's John here. You know, as kids, we're always learning new things, whether it's how to ride a bike, play an instrument, or even ace that math test. But as adults, it seems like we lose a bit of that natural curiosity. When was the last time you learned something new just for the fun of it? Like new skills, a new language, or maybe just how to finally beat your best friend at that game. You know, therapy can be a fantastic way to reconnect with that sense of wonder. It's like going back to school, but this time it's for you. It's about learning new coping skills, setting boundaries, and empowering yourself to become the best version of you. And the best part, it's not just for those who have experienced major trauma. It's for anyone looking to grow and learn more about themselves. If you've ever thought about starting therapy, why not give BetterHelp a try? It's completely online, making it super convenient and flexible to fit into your schedule. All you have to do is fill out a quick questionnaire and you'll be matched with a licensed therapist who fits your needs. Plus, if things aren't clicking, you can always switch therapists anytime at no extra cost. So rediscover your curiosity with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/Campea today and get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Campea. Take the first step to being your best self. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? We're getting closer and closer finally to Andor Season 2. They're releasing new images for it. What do you think about them? How do you think they'll do? Do you think they're going to be able to match Season 1? Do you think they're going to start going downhill? Do you think they'll make it even better? Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.